Welcome back. It is EP Ag here on 765 right across the Eyre Peninsula. It's time now to welcome back to the program Matt Quinn, Regional Manager for Western South Australia for independent grain marketer Ag Farm. G'day, mate. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure to have you on the program. Now, Matt, off the top, how's the growing season playing out for growers so far this year, in your opinion?
Oh, look, it's been a pretty volatile one this season. We had a fantastic start. Probably by the end of February, we had a big rain event, and it kept playing out for a couple of months after that. We've had a couple of months with decile 9 rain. So it's looking very, very good, but it's dried off at the end. Haven't had the best finish. Had a couple of months where it's actually been more like decile 1, 2 rainfall. So great start. Big potential hasn't quite been fulfilled. EP growers are probably looking at around about average yields, maybe just above in some areas and just below in others. There's frost that's played its part as well. But all told, probably just a tale of lost potential, what could have been, but not too bad.
Now, most importantly, sometimes yields can be, they're always a problem, always a concern for growers, but the grain markets are also a concern for growers. What are the grain markets doing at the present?
Yeah, that's right. Price is always the other big factor.
Yeah.
Price has been volatile as well. I mean, your APW wheat contract's gone from anywhere from around 245 a tonne to right up to around about 315 in the space of about 6 months. So it's been volatile in that regard as well. Prices are pretty well supported at the moment. We've been rising into harvest. The main reason for that is obviously in South Australia, the exporters need to book in their shipping slots at an auction system with Viterra, which happens earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when that auction was taking place, or those auctions, we were looking at potentially a record crop in terms of size. That's obviously come back in a big way. So we've got all these slots booked in for export, and potentially not enough grain to go around, or just enough to sort of get us by. That's why we've seen price so firm. Wheat and barley have been very firm. Wheat's probably trading around about where it was at this time last season, and around about that decile 7 pricing. And barley is probably about $40 higher a tonne than what it was this time last year for your feed 1 contract. So it's pretty strong. Canola is probably the one that's letting us down at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that leads me into to your group there, Ag Farm, Matt. Now, tell us, have you launched any new grain marketing programs this season that we're not aware of at the moment?
Not so much new products, but a new feature, I suppose. Our pre-harvest advance has been pretty handy for a lot of our growers. What that is, it allows us to advance some cash flow for the first time to growers, even before they've delivered the grain. We've had a lot of feedback in the past where growers say to us, well, we've got fuel bills coming up, input costs, they all add up leading into harvest, and you might need a bit of cash flow, I suppose, before you actually deliver the grain. So we've responded to that, and you can get up to $100 a tonne for your wheat and barley now at a cost of $2 a tonne, so it's very cheap. And it just gives you that option to get a bit of cash flow coming in prior to delivering the grain. It's been pretty effective for a lot of our existing clients. We've picked up a few new ones as well, so that's really positive. Our Advantage Harvest program, that's come into its 2nd year now. It was really popular last season, very popular considering it was in its 1st year. It worked exceptionally well last year because price rose through harvest, so most farmers would have had their management fee covered plus a little bit of cream on top, which is always a good thing. And that's going to be running again this season. We've already had grain delivered into that.
Excellent. Now, the other thing I've been hearing is that for the first time you'll be offering a daily cash price to growers. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's probably the really big one for us this year. Through our part owner, CHS Australia, we're part owned by CHS, part owned by Ruralco. CHS has been able to provide us with a cash bid to take to the market across South Australia. We are the official accumulator for CHS Australia. It's been a really big thing for us because we know a good portion of the state crop is sold for cash, and it's good for growers because they've got a new, global player in the market who's offering competitive bids, More competition, just about always means higher prices for the farmer. So that's already been seen across the Port Adelaide the Port Lincoln and Sevenard zones. We've bought tens of thousands of tonnes already, and we hope that continues. And I'd imagine that'll only get bigger each year.
Indeed. Now, Matt, for those listening in this afternoon who might want some more information, how can growers research what Ag Farm can offer in marketing their grain?
Yeah, I mean, probably calling us is the best bet. Have a chat to us about what you need, and we can certainly respond to that. We most likely have something that can fit the bill. Our number's 1300 243 276. We do keep our phones on morning and night. We know at harvest time it can be difficult. During the day you might be busy, so you might do your business in the morning or night. That's not a problem. If we don't get through right away, we'll call you back very quickly. But our website also has things like CHS pricing and what we're up to in the field and our programs, and that's agfarm.com.au. They're the best ways to reach us.
Indeed, the website definitely worth checking out if you haven't already, and make sure you give Matt and the crew at Ag Farm a call if you want some more information. The website again, agfarm.com.au, and that number to get hold of you again, Matt?
It's 1300 243 276.
276. I've got that. 1-800 243 276. Give the crew at Ag Farm a call. Matt, a pleasure chatting to you. We're going to chat to you again next week as well, I believe, mate. Looking forward to that.
No, that'd be good. Thanks for having me.